Hello and welcome back. We're looking at the star map right here. Here's our ship. We've been trying to go to Rykide Minoris for a while, but things were happening on board the ship, which is cool. I like that. Makes it feel all Star Trek-like. Like, not every Star Trek episode is about, like, going to a planet and finding something. A lot of episodes are like, oh, we're flying through space and something's going on the ship. So I enjoy that. Like, I don't know if you think I'm being silly by being all Star Trek about this game. Come on. Rogue Trader is as close as you're going to get to Star Trek in the 40k universe, which is a really funny thing to me. Like 40k Star Trek. You know what they could do? They could make... Hello? As a ship makes its way to the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the quill you have been using to draw up yet another order falls from your hand. I'm gonna continue in a second. Let me just complete the thought. Something that could be cool would be like an explorator game. That would be even more Star Trek. Which is, in my mind, that's a good thing. More Star Trek is a good thing. And when I say Star Trek, I mean the classic Star Trek, not whatever the fuck is happening these days. I don't know. I think I've heard some people say that Picard Season 3 isn't shit. But I heard people say Picard Season 1 wasn't shit. And it was. So, I don't know. Anyways, back to the 40k. The quill falls from my hand. I guess I'm tired. Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm just looking at these. They all have different... Oh, there's a lot of them. They all seem to have different hair models at the very least. You raise your head with a start. Someone else is here, in your study. You stand up and stare at dozens upon corpses. Dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloodied faces of those who died on the ship's bridge, and those you met in your previous life? Okay. Not literal previous... I got it. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics risen from darkness to take your life. I don't think that's what's going on. As if of its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the desk, the sole remnant of Conrad Voigtvir's weapon, slips into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you in a nightmarishly slow advance. Stop! I did not wish for any of you to die. The dead remain deaf to your words, creeping ever closer with the inevitability of death itself. You belatedly realize that your trembling hand has found the shard when its razor-sharp edge cuts into your palm. I don't like that. No? An unbearably bright light floods everything around you. You find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hand no longer holds a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon. A skillfully crafted sword with strange, unnerving proportions. Its curved design and an unusual hilt adorned with the image of a closed eye. Yeah, I don't like that one bit. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You have felt this gaze before, there on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guess. The tapestry is woven. The path is chosen. Accept your fate, champion. I will throw the demon blade away. Never. Your body refuses to obey your mind. The handle feels as if it has become one with your hands, and the gaze of the demonic eyes sets your very soul ablaze. Resisting your fate is futile. You scream as you feel your soul burn away to ash. You awaken from the vision, kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat, and with a sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall those faces and the images of the sword in your hands. Only the deep cut in on your palm and the bloodied shard laying on the floor remind you of what just transpired. Item lost, blade shard. You would rather die than touch that thing again, so you reach a shaking hand for your vox and call for a servitor. Now you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive, pick up the cursed artifact, and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the void. Interesting. Champion, huh? Champion of Tzeentch. I wonder how valid a playstyle it is to go full chaos. I might do that one day. Perhaps not in a let's play, but I still might. Should I talk to anyone? Let's go talk to, this is not the right way. Oh, but here, Idira's hanging out here, we might as well talk to her. Her lips curve into a smile and she nods at something over your shoulder. Got a new story for me, Idira?
You bet I do, Lord Captain.
Much more animated and her expressions turn slightly dreamy as she recalls one of her stories.
Okay, so we went to Footfall once. Well,
That's a long story.
I mean, Lord Captain Theodora went to Footfall a lot, but on that occasion, she took me with her for some reason. My day had gotten off to a bad start. My head had been yammering since I woke up, but there was nothing else for it. I had to go. We arrived at the place, and what a place! All the gentlemen and ladies dressed to kill, showing off their encrusted implants,
Encrusted?
all clustered around little tables. Well, turned out it was a gaming den. And not just any gaming den, but one run by somebody with deep pockets for people with just as much cash to splash. You should have seen it. People gambling away planets in a game of regicide.
Yeah, I can imagine that happening.
The Lord Captain wanted me to help her beat some guy. So I tell her, the chips won't land in your favor. You'll get a bad hand. Don't sit down at that table, your ladyship. But did she listen? Of course she didn't. If there's one thing she never lacked, it's stubbornness.
Why bring a psyker with you to aid in your gambling and not listen to her advice?
So they sat down and the cards were dealt. I'm hovering around like I'm not involved, but I'm keeping my eye on things. And everything in my head keeps getting louder and louder. Anyway, it's a good thing I realized in time that my mind wasn't going haywire over a losing hand, but something else. I made some excuse to drag the Lord Captain up from the table and took her away from that place. And a few minutes later, the room where we'd been... It turned out some wise guy had the same bright idea to bring a pet psyker along with him. One of those ones who just scuttle around in Footfall's underbelly. And the psyker just freaked out, I guess.
How bad?
After all the commotion, people went to see what happened in the room. And they've
Oh.
all gone for each other's throats.
Oh,
Literally.
real bad.
With teeth. And I think they completely detached that asteroid from Footfall and pushed it off into open space so it would head off toward the local star.
That's
Of course.
quite the story. I want to do my leveling up, but I want to do it with a... I can... Oh, I can do everyone at once. Fucking fantastic. I'll just do it then. Okay, we're choosing operator abilities. So we can do... I want some... I'd like something that aids a comrade. So, for the next attack against targets... That affects all allies. So that should work in tandem with my serve me ability. That's not bad. That's quite good actually, but personal. Joint analysis. I'm going for that. Ooh. Okay. I'm pretty happy with the lore. If I just pick this, I'm gonna be good for persuasion for quite some time, I think. Let's grab this. And you. You have a bunch of warp features, and you also have the your class thing. You're stunned. Not bad. That's interesting. That's pretty good. But you need to get pretty close for that. That's very good. Show the path or mend reality. Those need glimpse of fate. Okay. Or, what was the other one? Reveal the light. There's reveal the light. Target ally. That's pretty good. But is it better than this? I feel like this is a very powerful debuff. As long as they fail this, I feel like this could be very, very powerful. And it costs 1 AP. Let's roll with it. And then we get this. Perception. That's quite good. What's a per bonus? Is perception? That's quite good. There's so much to choose from. I don't think I'm playing this game to the fullest ability I possibly could. But I'm thinking I'm gonna roll with this. By which I mean I'm not reading everything perfectly. I'm not reading all of everything and making the most informed possible choice. But I basically won't, is what I'm saying. Okay, you can't do that. Agility is not bad. Initiative, dodge, dodge reduction, affects demolition, awareness and dodge, strength. Let's go for agility. It's probably the best option we have, I think. This is a thumbs up. Okay, pretty good. Don't care. That's decent. That's actually potentially very good. No. I haven't found any flame weapons yet. I want her to be ranged. And, you know, bolt stuff seems very good. Okay, skills. Advanced skills. Oh, I'm gonna need strength for power armor. Strength 30. Can you respec later? Where did it go? Is it pop? Power armor proficiency. You already have this feature? Oh. Never mind then. Oh, this could be fun. If you're demons. We're gonna be fighting demons. Bowler. No. Is that to any attack? Willpower. Which could be better. Actually. Let's in fact do that. I think her agility is fine as it is. And her faith stuff works off of willpower. Do we go for the litany or do we go for... I kind of want... WP bonus percent. I'll just go with the Emperor Protects. It's fluff. If nothing else. Now you... That's pretty good. I think I'm gonna focus on your psychic stuff. Oh? If I get this, do I get spells to go with it? Fuck it, I'm just gonna roll with it. Get better at warp lore. You. Toughness. Yeah, toughness. Do you have power armor proficiency? Oh, your strength? Ah, fuck it. Then we go for the strength. I don't know how easy it's gonna be to get power armor, but power armor is fucking rad, so I'm just gonna get it. Here we go. That was probably a very poor decision, but it is what it is. Okay. We're finally gonna go to the goddamn planet I've been trying to go to for fucking ages. Is this something? Oh, begin scan. Thank you. Well, there is one place to land, the starport. And we're bringing the whole crew. I imagine we'll have too many people at some point to bring everyone. Oh really? Melee attacks always have a 100% hit chance, but they can be dodged or parried? Is that how it works? Dang. Oh shit, there's fighting as we arrive? Are those Orvis lighters? I forget how what they look like. The starport greets you with the din of ordnance, and the smell of explosives tickles your nostrils. It is difficult to tell through the smoke who is firing at whom. Sergeant Malger says, "Halt! Weapons on the ground, or I'm firing." A man in a torn and dirty uniform hobbles toward you from behind the chunks of rock-creaked and crumpled plasteel. His cracked helmet is adorned with a crooked label that reads Sergeant Malger. "Alright, so our skies are in lockdown, the rebels are shooting down anything that flies, and you lot just happen to land in our rear without a scratch to show for it. And on a shuttle like that, where'd you get it? Stolen from the palace, isn't it?" He's visibly awed by the resplendent gold of your transport. "Grab 'em, lads, and we got ourselves a rebel landing force." Abelard turns purple. "By the holy throne, what is this mess?" "They are in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them." Let's be authoritative. "I am the rogue trader von Valancius. Give me a status report this instant." With a mixture of awe and terror, he snaps to attention, raises his freshly cut chin like an exemplary soldier, and barks, "My mistake, madam. Ma'am, at once. The starport is under control of the governor's wardens. Perimeter commander is Sergeant..." A frag grenade explosion cuts off the rest of the sergeant's words. Shrapnel flies everywhere with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm that is now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood is pouring out of the stump, and the soldier's agony is short-lived. The sergeant curses and hastily says an army prayer for the dead. With a rasping cough, the sergeant turns back to you. Pardon me, ma'am. Sergeant Lasse... jävlar, det är Lasse! Lasse har kommit. Lasse Malgar reporting. My unit is holding the starport on the governor's orders. How may I serve? He's Swedish now, because his name is Lasse. What is going on here? Unrest, ma'am. Armed rebellions in both the capital and the provinces. First lower level sparked, then it went up the spires. They hit the Vox hubs, the arsenals, the mag train stations. Then Felix tore off his mask, precisely because he knew about the trouble on Rykad Minoris. He knew that none of our allies would come to our aid. Cassia lets out a sorrowful sigh. You may continue your report, peasant. My unit was here when it all went to the Groxes. The tech priests linked to satellites reported sightings of strange void ships in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of them set course for landing on Rykad Majoris. The governor took precautionary measures and ordered to increase security at the key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever something's not right, you better double the warden details. The alarm was raised and we were sent to secure the starport. It is the only reason we were able to hold it. They're crushing us, the scumbags. It's been a whole turn since the last reinforcements came. We're running low on ammo. Every other fighter is wounded. I don't know how bad it is in the streets, but they'll drive us out of here any minute. What caused this rebellion? Ill thoughts, ma'am. We've fallen on hard times. The ground keeps shaking. Things keep exploding. The people are scared. They've forgotten all about their duty. And that's when those, Emperor forgive me, preachers came. They started riling everyone up. Sure enough, we shot a few. But they just kept coming, more and more of them. Who are you, anyway? Sergeant Lasse Malgar, ma'am. 11th generation loyal soldier of House Winterscale. Awarded three commendations for faultless service. Ever since the olden days, his lordship, the rogue trader, has recruited soldiers and shipwrights on Rykad Minoris. So there is no greater honor for a Rykadian than serving his lordship with diligence. I'm gonna be friendly with him. Pat him on the shoulder. You're doing fine work, Malgar, and so are your troops. It is people like you that hold the Imperium together. I live to serve. The sergeant's grim voice rings with a martyr's pride. Do you happen to know if a member of the Inquisition has come here? At the word Inquisition, the sergeant's face fills with awe. I don't know, ma'am. There definitely haven't been any visitors like that on my watch. You might have to inquire at the headquarters, your ladyship, ma'am. I am going to see the governor. If I may report, ma'am, as long as the rebels keep shooting their damned anti-aircraft battery, there is absolutely no way to shuttle you to the governor. It would have to be on foot, and the streets are dangerous. I have no one to send with you as an escort. I assigned all available troops to accompany the esteemed tech priest to the governor. I will vox cast orders to them to wait for you. And I'll inform headquarters. They better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we will follow the governor's orders and hold the line here. Lyra frowns as her gaze grows distant, as if she is looking through the sergeant. You're a good soldier, but you got a lot of blood on your hands, both yours and others. You know, the same hand that salutes you now might falter in darkness. Rank and epaulets won't save you from the bitterness. Pardon me, my lady, but I can't get my head around these fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight till my last drop. What tech priest? A very important person from the Adeptus Mechanicus arrived on the last shuttle before they locked down the sky. He kept on asking whether anyone by the name of Amarant or Amarnat or something like that had recently arrived. Barely answered any of our questions though. Said he was under no obligation to tell us anything. He demanded to talk to the governor personally, so I had to send a quarter of my troops with them to keep trouble at bay. Is the path ahead dangerous? What exactly awaits me there? The sergeant sighs heavily. All of our roadblocks are gone. The whole place is in the rebels' hands. The city is almost lost, so no help will come. We are surrounded by rebels. And watch your step, ma'am. The streets are chock full of mines. Mines? Logic has succeeded. His remark about mines lodges itself in your memory. More than anything, you will need to watch the ground and not your surroundings. You'd rather risk a shot from a rebel or a jittery soldier than experience a few handfuls of lethal frag shrapnel resting on top of some 300 grams of explosive Feislein. Let's be nice to him. You're a good soldier, Malga. I will see that your heroism is noted. The sergeant blushes slightly. I live to serve. Another explosion interrupts the sergeant's words. With a sigh of relief, he turns to his soldiers and spits out a booming series of commands. Rumors. On your travels you will hear many rumors. Those of them that are deserving of the rogue trader's attention are logged in a separate section of the journal. Sometimes the rumors are just that, other times there is truth to them. To verify a rumor, travel to the place indicated in the description. While traversing the Corona's expanse as the rogue trader, you are bound to hear rumors regarding your own decent exploits, some of which will reflect the reaction of the expanse's denizens to choices you have made. Okay, we are moving out. Actually, we are moving over here, I think. Collect those. Close. That's a rebel gunner. Streets of the capital. Loot. There should be loot over here as well, if I read the map correctly. Over here. You know what I didn't do? I didn't look at my equipment. Now I want this. First of all, that is a high-strength Deadshot stub revolver. I imagine that will fit nicely in the hands of Abelard here. To go with his sword. We have cool staffs. I imagine you already have one of those. Yeah. Seems about the same. You have an auto pistol in your secondary. How are we looking at? You have an armored body glove as armor. That is fine. Oh, you're also carrying a fire grenade. Interesting. So that seems to be something that might work for you, I think. Bonus to tech use. Do you have gloves already? Might as well put those on. Hit chance, critical chance. I think that's better than the helmet, and you look cooler. Let's see, you have a bolter here, and you have a sniper rifle. Do we want to give her a shotgun? Do we want to give Abelard a shotgun, perhaps? I think that's gonna be better to rock than anything else. How's this? You're not dogmatic. You're dogmatic though. Oh, and it doesn't show. I think that's for the better. But you still get the bonus, so I'm fine with that. What else do we have? Do I want that as my secondary? I don't know. That's probably fine. How about you grab a last gun? Just to have something. Carapace and flak. That's worse. Pretty much every way. No, I'm thinking that's probably gonna be good. Can I split? Give me 2 of those.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh. Do that. I think that's fine. There's something down here. Down this way. It seems like we're gonna have to do some fighting if we wanna move to the streets. Oh, hey! What the fuck are those called again? Valkyries? Or is that a specific model? Fuck, I forgot. They're the main flyer of the Imperial Guard, that's what they are. When we get back next time, I guess there's some fighting to be done. I will see you later.